parents and family members. It's Mrs. Davis and I'm here at school. Today I'm going to be having a conversation with you about math. A few weeks ago, a survey was sent out from the school requesting information from you, the parents. We were asking you to let us know what topics you were needing help in, what subjects you needed more information about so you could help your child at home. And of course, the topic of math was one of the number one things that most parents want more information about. So today we're going to be talking about first grade math, and our focus is going to be on math tools and math talk. So let's get started. The first tool I'm going to show you is a pretty simple tool. It's one of the first tools that I usually get out. It's called a 10 frame. It's easily identified. You can see that it is a grid. There are 10 boxes and the grid is organized with 5 and 5. So it's an easy tool to help the students organize. Say if they're building a whole number, they can put the value into the frame, or if I show them a 10 frame with a value already in, they can quickly say 6 because they know it's built with 5 and 1. Hey, and that also helps in the area of addition. 5 counters on top plus 1 on the bottom, 6 altogether. You can even use the 10 frame for subtraction. 6 counters, take away 3, how many left over? So this is a pretty easy tool to use, very powerful. This is one of our beginning tools. So if your child brings home a 10 frame to use, you've got that one covered. Our next tool is called a number bond. This is what it looks like. The number bond may sit like this. It can sit like this. It may even be rotated this way or this way. It doesn't matter which direction the number bond chart is in. This section is always the whole section, and it's attached to the 2 parts. So the whole is the area that the child is going to build the whole value. If the value were 6, they would put 6 chips up in the whole section. Or if it's even this way, that's still the whole section. And this tool can be used to build values. It can be used to also to subtract. So we've got the whole. We can pull down the 2 parts. If I pull down 3, I will have 3 left over. So 6 minus 3 equals 3. So that's a way to use this tool to subtract. You can also use this tool to add. You can start with the 2 parts, 3 and 3. If I pull those 2 parts together, I have 6 altogether. So a really handy tool to use for building values. And we talk about it this way too also. We use the word partners because we talk about what are the number partners hiding in a whole number. So the whole number is 6. 3 and 3 are partners for the whole number 6. And you can even think about it as a relationship between addition and subtraction and that whole in those 2 parts. So very powerful and easy tool to use. So now you've got that one covered. If your child comes home with a whole part mat, you know how to handle it. Okay, let's go to the next tool. Yeah, we do use a lot of tools in first grade. This one's called a whole part mat, very similar to a number bond. It's labeled whole part. You can use this the same way, similar to a number bond. You're building the value, the whole, in the whole section. See, I told you I was at school because the bell just rang and it's time to go, but I'm not leaving you yet. So hang on right there. Let's finish our math conversation. So we've got the whole, and again, we can pull down 2 parts, part whole. These two parts are the same value as this whole. You can also use this for addition. So you can flip it, build your two parts, pull them together. 2 plus 4 equals 6. So again, all of these materials are used to help the children build values, to break apart whole numbers, to put parts together to make whole numbers. Therefore, they're just really building their math fluency, and they're making relationships between parts and wholes. These two parts equal this whole. So if we have this whole and we pull one of those parts away, that's got to be the missing part. So all of these tools are easy for the children to use, and now parents, you're schooled in them too. Let me show you one more quick tool that we use. Of course, you've probably seen this one before, a number line. So at the beginning of the year, I usually use it in a very simple way. We talk about the number line, and we usually use one similar to this. I try to get a cute little character, like we have these little frogs, or we have little teddy bears or bunnies. And so the first activity I like to do with the children is, again, at the very beginning of the year, to just review those numbers. I might say, look on your number line, and we're always starting at 0 at the beginning of the year, and then you're going to hop to that number. They're just finding the numbers on the number line, getting familiar with this direction when we're working in first grade. As we advance, we can do a couple different activities on the number line. We can use a counting back or counting on strategy. So when we're adding at the beginning of the year, we might say, if we had an equation 5 plus 3, the students would first start out probably doing this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eventually, they're going to learn to count on from that given number. So if they had the equation 5 plus 3, as they advance, they're going to say, well, let's just jump to 5. We know what 5 looks like. 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're learning to count on, start with that whole number, and then count on. They can also count back on that number line or subtract, starting again at 0. They go to, if their equation were 6 minus 4, like it is on this card, they would jump to 6 and then count back. 1, 2, 3, 4 to arrive at the difference. So those are just a few of the tools we're going to be using throughout the year. Your child will be using those in class on a regular basis. They will also at times be bringing them home to use with their homework. So I just wanted to school you in all things first grade math tools, so that your child and you will have an easier time solving problems this year. All right, parents, as always, until our next video, have a good one.